But I wanted to go ahead and talk about this Steve Harvey situation because y'all keep asking me about it. And I'm like, I saw it when y'all saw it. First of all, there has been rumors going around for weeks now that Steve Harvey's wife, Marjorie, who people have nicknamed Lady Heroin because she used to be involved with a drug dealer back in the day. But I digress. They say that she was cheating with his bodyguard, but then people are saying that that was a lie and somebody had made it up, like one of them blogs that be making up stuff on the internet and then they go viral. They say it was all made up. Now Steve Harvey is saying that y'all on the internet is not going to break them. Okay, Steve said y'all is playing and they face playing with their marriage and they are strong. They've been married for a long time, and he said that he is not going to listen to you. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. Neighborhood Talk says Steve is tired of y'all speaking on his wife's name. Let's listen and see what he said.
Lying about my girl. We're talking about she was in my other marriage and ruined it. She didn't. My marriage, I got divorced in 2005. But in 2005, let me hip you to something. I had nothing. I lost the radio show we were on in LA on March 23rd, and I lost the only TV show I had May 10th. I mean, May 23rd, I lost the radio show, and May 10th, I lost the TV show. Steve Harvey had no money. Out with Marjorie again, New Year's Eve, met her, talked to her. She was with her kids in Hawaii. We got together in 2006. We had nothing. When I asked her to marry me at the end of 2006, and then she said she wanted to get married in 2007, I told her too soon. I got to get some stuff together. We got married in 2007. Do you know what I was doing in 2007? Nothing. We had four states.
Why he telling us all his business though? Like we need the timeline, Steve. I mean, this sounds like he protesting a little bit much.
In 2005. Four. We built this. All of us built this. We had 4 stations. We turned this into something. But that woman got down in that foxhole with me and turned this into something. In 2007, we got married. In 2008, we found out that somebody had stolen 7 years of my tax returns.
Who did it? Who stole the tax returns? And he had to pay the millions of dollars.
I ain't gonna mention no name. And we owed the government $22 million and we in debt. But then guess what? She stayed with me in that. Then guess what? In 2009, I got Family Feud. In 2009, the book came out. In 2012, the talk show came out.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this woman got in the hole and built this with me.
This woman saw your potential. This woman saw millions, a multi-millionaire. Look, you can't owe millions unless you made millions. Let's start there.
She didn't steal nothing. And I'm tired of y'all talking about my girl. Because my girl is one of the best women I've ever met. And why you black ass people out there, like you just gonna destroy somebody, I don't really know what that's about. But don't worry about it because it ain't working. Because all we are now, we are a tighter two-handed circle. Thank you for doing that. And you're not gonna split us up. And we're not going nowhere. And she is none of what you said she is. And she the best chick I know. And y'all out there just lying about my girl. We're talking about.
Did he even breathe? Did it start over? Did he even breathe? Hold on.
She was in my other marriage and ruined it. She didn't. My marriage, I got divorced in 2005.
Okay, that started over. Like, it was funny to me too. My girl talking about my girl. Did he mention the Kings? I thought they met at the Kings. I don't know what happened, child, but he mad. He didn't brand down the list of dates for y'all. I don't know if y'all wrote them down. I didn't. Okay, I don't keep track of this man and when he was married, when he wasn't married. But y'all say he was still married to Mary, his ex, in 2005. Okay. He was messing with Lady Heroin in Memphis in 2004 or 2000. I don't know. I can't keep track. Okay. Whatever it is, he with her now. Okay. So y'all need to leave them be. If she want a little bodyguard on the side, that's his karma. Cause he had a little lady on the side. Okay. That's his karma. I don't know. He didn't address any of that though. But there's that. Yes, Steve did say a lot. Now, moving on, speaking of Steve, y'all know that who was it? Was it Shirley Strawberry who's on his show? actually was speaking about Steve Harvey, and she said some things in a jailhouse conversation with her husband, or her estranged husband, who and it seems like, it went viral. She says things like, Steve was fat and out of shape and it couldn't walk up the steps without breathing hard. And, he got a gym in the house, but he don't use it. And talk about Marjorie and how she got, all kind of stuff in the house, and the hyperbaric chambers for her face and her skin and stuff. She was telling all the business to her husband. And, they record these jailhouse conversations. So, the jailhouse conversation, some kind of way, made it to the internet, and we don't know how it made it to the internet, but it made it to the internet. And she said a lot in the jail call. Okay, in the jail call, she said that she talked about the house. She talked about how big their house was. They had toured the house. She talked about Steve Harvey and how, Marjorie had him on lock. She talked about how Marjorie clearly wasn't there, because if she was at the house when they came over, that they wouldn't have been able to have a tour of the house. She said because every time they do see Marjorie Harvey, she treats them like the help. She talked about a lot of things, and it was deep. So y'all probably have heard it online. Y'all probably didn't hear it online, but she has now apologized for all of the things that she said. Like this video as y'all come in here, please. Shout out to It's On Site for the apology. Steve Harvey Morning Show, Shirley Strawberry issued an apology, and she says, as much as she wished that she could take it back, she cannot, and she explains everything she said. Now listen.
All right, Steve, I'm gonna just start by saying that my estranged husband is in jail. He's been in jail for over a year, since about right after the 4th of July of 2022. And recently, some phone calls from last year between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home. And Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. I can't. I said it, and
So what y'all said? You said you think? Wait. She's happy that she didn't get fired. Well, she ain't fired yet. Now Steve gonna hold the grudge. Listen to the rest of it.
I want to apologize. It was definitely not me trying to add to what you and Marjorie already have going on in your lives right now. But the fact that these tapes.
Look, that was the tea right there. When she dropped that little bit, listen to what you and Marjorie got going on. What him and Marjorie got going on? Is they fighting? Let us know what they got going on.
Tapes were released. It does seem like everyone is coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what
the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie got going on. What? She keeps saying that. What do they have going on? We need that tea.
I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. I said what I said, and there's no denying it. There's no taking it back. Back then, when the phone calls happened, I was trying to stand by my man, be supportive wife,
For all of you who don't know, I don't know, y'all may know, y'all may not know, her husband, Ernesto, is in jail in Atlanta, Fulton County, I believe, for child. And doing something to a child, doing something to some animals. I don't know. I refuse to talk about it initially because I know you two don't like that kind of stuff. But if y'all want to know about it, y'all can look on the internet. But we're going to listen some more.
I've been married to this man for 8 years. I had no idea that all this was going on with him. I had no idea. And the charges that he's facing are horrific. They are really bad.
Really, really, really bad.
And I for sure did not want your name mentioned in any kind of way associated with my mess. So I had to call you. I had to tell you it was a hard call for me to make. But I called you. And I want to clear something up, Steve. You did not introduce me to him. I met him through a...
This is what's interesting, because I guess they've been reading the blogs, and you know, when older people be reading the blogs, I guess they be figuring they need to clear up stuff. You really don't need to clear up the minutia, okay? But the blogs has said that Steve Harvey was who introduced them, and then they got married. So I guess now she apologizing to him because Steve Harvey's name is mixed up in Ernesto's mess and drama, but it don't make no sense. But anyway, we're gonna listen.
Friend, I should say an ex-friend now. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I had to tell you, he was in jail. It was going to come out. I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I wanted you to hear it from me, because I knew once the police and everyone, got involved, and they were already involved, and they found out who his wife was and who she worked with and all of that, and that's you, Steve Harvey, it would become, a real big story, because it's you, your name. And like I told you, Steve.
Like, did she have to say that? Like, she's talking to Steve, right? Did she have to say this on the air? Like, they couldn't have said this offline, and like, but I guess she needed to say it, because if she hadn't said it in public, then y'all wouldn't have heard it. I don't know. It's weird to me.
When I called you, I didn't want to call you. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I felt so stupid, and, I felt betrayed, humiliated. It was just terrible. I mean, I kept saying to myself, how is this my life? Police and jail and all of this. It was just something that I didn't, I'd never experienced anything like this. The police came, they took my car. I was at the salon getting my hair done. They rolled.
Y'all see the detail. It's the details for me. The police came. Why they take her car? Was he doing the stuff in her car? I need to know the specific. If you're gonna give me little details like this, you need to give me all the details. Why they took your car? Was he in your car? Did he pick up the little cats and dogs and little people in your car? I don't know what's happening.
Rolled up, took my car. I had to have my stylist take me home. I had to move in with friends. I lost my house. I lost everything. Oh, and
why she lose the house? Was the scamming? Did he use the scamming money to buy the house? This is a mess. I didn't know all this.
I have to tell you this too. Like on the day, July 4th, we were having dinner with friends, and we were going to watch the fireworks after that. And so the fireworks didn't happen that night because it was like a terrible, terrible storm. So the fireworks got canceled. And when I look,
this is a mess, y'all. This is interesting.
Back, I see now that was kind of a metaphor for what was about to happen in my life. The thunderstorms were coming. They were coming. The next day was the last time I saw him. He was arrested the very, very next day. I didn't even know he was arrested. I couldn't get in touch with him. I got a call from the jail, and, I didn't answer it because I'm like, who would be calling me from jail?
What? It's like she's reading a novel. Like, this is like I don't understand what's happening. This is like the books on tape. Why are you telling us this? You reading the letter to Steve, talking to us, you on the radio show? What is happening? I don't understand.
I looked at my phone like, jail? Where'd this call? It just didn't compute. So I just ignored it. But he got word to me through one of his friends. They texted me that he was at Fulton County Jail. So the next time he called, I picked up, and that was him that had called earlier from jail. And he told me what happened. I thought he would be getting out in a couple of days because that's what he told me. But of course, here we are a year later. Those days turned into weeks. The weeks turned into months. And like I said, the
days turned into weeks. The weeks turned into months. The months turned into years. And these are the days of our lives.
this is just on and on. Every day it's just something. And my life has just been a nightmare ever since. And it's still going on, Steve. I mean, I had no idea that those tapes would be released to the world. You know, I knew that they were being recorded, but I didn't know that they were going to go out to the world. I mean, I was just trying to make conversation with him, trying to, you know, just get him to think about something other than where he was. You know, I was telling him about my day, this particular day, and that was the day we were talking about, you know, on the phone when I said those things about you.
This is long. I thought this was short. This is a very long explanation.
The things that you heard and the world heard. And cut to today. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. Divorce proceedings are underway. And Steve, at this point, all I could say is what I have is my faith. If it wasn't for God, I probably would have, you know, lost my mind or something in this instance. You know, people don't see what happens when these mics go off. You know, who wants their personal stuff, their private conversations?
You do, because you out here telling, I mean, I would ignore it, like, oh, child, I would just ignore it all. Why are you on here? Because this don't make no sense.
To go out to
I'm gonna find a
call. No one wants that. I mean, what could I say to you after this, you know, happened? I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. I mean, I thought of everything. You know, I could lose my job. You know, how could I face you? Everything. You know, what I'm going through is what I'm going through. You know, and I've been going through it for over a year. I just haven't spoken about it. You know, then on top of all that, these tapes come out and, oh, you know, I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You know, you didn't need me to contribute to anything, you know, and I thought back, you know, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets, you know? Sure. And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio is because your name is in it. You know, we've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, you know, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, you know, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while, you know, and just, you know, do my job. You know, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course, my girl Carla, you know, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me. You know, this is a very difficult time in my life, is if you can imagine. You know, I love you guys. We're family, and I thank you. And I just want to thank everyone. I'm just trying to live. I'm sorry for what you and your wife are going through right now in your life. And I hate your names were dragged into my drama because you certainly don't deserve it.
There you have it. I mean, you know, she got a little emotional. I just want to hear a little bit of the phone conversation if I can.
Workout room and her own spa. And she could go in there and get massages every day. People come to her house and and work her out and all of that. I was like, oh God, what a dream.
Does she look old though? Does she look like she's getting old?
No, I haven't seen her, but she looks good on her pictures.
Oh, she ain't there?
No, she's not there. If she was there, we probably wouldn't have been all over the house. But done it. No, you know he's scared.
Damn, sure right. God, what you say? You know he's scared. God.
All of that, yeah. But, yeah, everything. I knew I wasn't supposed to be in there, but he brought us in, so I said, okay. But, I mean, glad he did because it gives you a chance to dream, you know. It's like, wow, have a sauna in your house, have a steam room, you know, all the things that you go outside of the house to do. Not that, but things like that I would love to have inside, so I wouldn't have to go outside for those. You know, like get my hair done, get my nails done, get a massage, you know, people come to you. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, and then she gets in these little, you've seen these chambers where people get in, you know, like, remember they used to talk about Michael Jackson having that, tube-like thing he used to get in?
Yeah. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that.
Like, yeah, she's got stuff like that in her spa, which is really cool, you know.
What the chamber?
So yeah, I guess it helps your skin.
That was one of them, child. It's a lot of them on the internet. I just pulled this one up. So that one was the one where she was talking about the hyperbaric chamber and all of that. Oh, here it is. Let me see. Uncle Steve addresses Shirley's apology. Child, that's a lot. We already saw some of it. Let me see.
Never address bloggers.
Right.
And we don't give it no room or Steve.
No life.
No, nothing. Because we know who we are and we know whose we are. And
first
so
they say they never addressed the blog. You've been addressing the blog all day.
When this came out, it's a little bit different because it's not gossip, rumor, or malicious lie. It came from the inside circle. Because we are inside circle. We are family. And so when it came out, you know, Marjorie is on baby watch right now. We got another grandchild coming and the baby's due any minute. So Marjorie's over there on baby watch. She's just doing grandmama duty. And
so he explaining what she was when she wasn't there, I guess. Hold on.
Marjorie don't really get into all this right here. And so I didn't really, look, I'm so used to getting beat up, but I didn't know how Marjorie was feeling about everything that's out there. Mm-hmm. Because these bottom feeders are just beating my wife up. And even though we've made a conscious effort and we said we're not going to address it, I'm tired. And so when this came out, this is how the devil worked. I'm going to pile it on. I'm going to go get somebody that worked for me. Because one more time, God don't come, the devil don't come for those he got. He sends the ones he has. So now I'm going to get me a government employee that needs some money, that work at Fulton County. I'm going to get a hold of him. I'm going to release these tapes. I'm going to get him to need a little bit of money. I'm going to give it to this female, look, and she going to get a little bit of money. And now I'm going to soak them. But the timing of it was ugly because of everything else that's going to blogger. And she going to get a little bit of money. And now I'm going to soak them. But the timing of it was ugly because of everything else that's going to blogger.
So the time, he's saying that the timing was ugly because of everything else that's on the blogs. And, you know, everything else that's on the blogs was about his wife allegedly cheating with the bodyguard. And, you know, I saw when I played the beginning part when he basically was defending his wife. So all of this together, I guess, is, anyway, what else is going on? What else is going on? Like, honestly, the phone call wasn't that bad. I mean, when you think about it, it was, I mean, you know, considering he was in jail for the things he was in jail for. But she said the phone conversation was last year before she knew the extent of the charges and that she was just trying to lift him up. And so when you listen to the bulk of the phone conversations, which you can find online, it just seems like, you know, they chit-chat the same way you would be chit-chat with your man or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your best friend or whatever. And you talk about people all the time. Girl, did you see their house? Girl, did you know they have a gym in their house? Do you know this, that, and third? And, you know, he treat her and she treat him like this. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, some private conversations aren't meant to be public. It is what it is. But because it was made public, I guess, you know, they feel like they need to address it. Meanwhile, moving on. Like this video as y'all come in here.